You hear it all the time, right? From your friends, your family, on TV, this constant buzz about SIP. And you're probably thinking to yourself, seriously, what is this SIP thing that everyone's going on about? Does it mean you have to be some kind of financial wizard? Is it super complicated? Well, let me tell you, the answer is a big fat no. And we're about to break it all down so you can see just how simple it really is. Let's dive in. Here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll figure out what a SIP actually is. Then we'll look at the magic behind it. We'll go over 5 golden rules to make it work for you. We'll absolutely destroy all your excuses. And then, well, we'll see. Okay, first things first. What in the world is a SIP? Let's get right to it and tear this thing apart. So, SIP stands for Systematic Investment Plan. But forget the jargon. It's not a product, it's a method. It's a way you can invest a small, fixed amount of money every single month into mutual funds. That's it. But more than anything, it's a tool to build one of the most powerful habits you can have, financial discipline.
Now, why is this such a game changer? Especially if you're just starting out. Well, it makes investing super simple and affordable. It helps you dodge those classic rookie mistakes like trying to perfectly time the market. You get to be a part of India's growth, and here's the best part. It actually makes the scary ups and downs of the market work for you. And historically, it's left inflation eating its dust.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff. What's the real magic here? What are the secret ingredients that make a SIP so incredibly effective for millions of people?
You know, the power of a SIP really comes down to these 4 pillars. First, it's affordable. You don't need a huge pile of cash. You start with what you can. Second, it creates discipline for you, automatically. You set it and forget it. Third, it's so convenient. It just gets debited from your bank account. No stress. And finally, it's totally flexible. You're in control. You can start it, you can pause it, you can even increase it whenever you want.
You know, there's this old saying that just perfectly explains the spirit of a SIP. Boond boond se ghada bharta hai. Drop by drop, the pot gets filled. Each monthly investment is just one of those drops. It might not feel like much at first, but you stay consistent. You keep adding those drops, and before you know it, you've filled your entire pot. It's beautiful, right?
Now here's the secret weapon. It's called rupee cost averaging. Sounds a little technical, I know, but trust me, the idea is genius. Because you invest the same amount of money every month, you automatically buy more when prices are low and fewer when prices are high. It smooths out your investment journey so you're not pulling your hair out trying to guess what the market's going to do next.
Okay, so we get it. We know what a SIP is, we know why it's so powerful. But how do you take it from just a good idea to a wealth-building machine? Well, that's where these 5 golden rules come in.
Rule number 1, and this is a big one. You have to invest for the long term. Time is your best friend. Just look at this. After 5 years, 1,000 rupees SIP is doing pretty well. But now look at the jump from year 20 to year 25. You only put in an extra 60,000 rupees, but your investment value leaped by almost 8 lakhs. That, my friends, is the 8th wonder of the world, compounding.
Rule number 2, start early. I mean, as early as you possibly can. This right here shows you why. If you want to build a corpus of 1 crore and you start at 25, you need to invest about 5,000 a month. Not too bad, right? But wait just 10 years and start at 35? You have to invest 4 times that amount. Over 21,000 rupees a month to hit the same goal. The cost of waiting is just staggering.
Okay, rule number 3 might be the toughest, but it's the most critical. Never stop your SIP, especially when the market is falling. Let's look at what happened during the 2020 crash. Alia panicked and sold everything, and she lost money. Katrina got scared and just stopped her SIPs, and she did okay. But then there's Vidya. Vidya kept her cool and continued her SIP right through the chaos. She bought up tons of units when they were cheap, and by the end of the year, a massive 51% return. Discipline wins.
Rule number 4 is like putting a turbocharger on your investment. Step up your SIPs. All this means is that every year you increase your monthly investment by a small amount, like 10%, maybe when you get a raise. Look at the insane difference it makes. A regular SIP over 25 years could get you to 94 lakhs. Awesome, but a step-up SIP, it could get you to 2 crores.
You're more than doubling your wealth with one simple trick. And rule number 5, asset allocation matters a lot. It's not just about how much you invest, it's about where you invest it. For long-term growth, you need to be in things that can actually grow. Look at this. A portfolio that was mostly in equities grew so much more than one that was mostly in safe, fixed deposits. For real long-term wealth, you absolutely need to have a good chunk of your money in equities.
All right, we've got the rules, we know the strategy, but I can still hear those little voices, those excuses we all tell ourselves. Well, let's just make them disappear right now.
Let's go through these. I don't have time. It's literally a one-time setup that takes minutes. I don't know where or how to save. You just have to pick a couple of good funds to start. That's it. I'll probably forget to invest. You can't. It's an auto debit. It happens without you even thinking about it. You see, the SIP is literally designed to beat every single one of your excuses. So, the path is clear, the excuses are gone. What's left? Let's hear a final word from a couple people who knew a thing or two about this stuff.
The great Warren Buffett said it best. You don't have to be a genius to win at investing. You just have to be more disciplined. You just have to show up month after month. And what is an SIP if not automated discipline? And the late great Rakesh Jhunjhunwala brought it home. He said, hey, be realistic. Don't expect crazy returns overnight. But if you stick with the SIP for the long haul, we're talking 8, 10, 15 years, he was confident you would get good returns. It's a marathon, not a 100-meter dash.
We've laid it all out. What a SIP is, why it works, the rules for making it work for you. We've crushed the excuses. So really, the only question left is, what are you waiting for? Because at the end of the day, that's the simple truth. The market will go up, the market will go down. But the disciplined investor, the person who just sticks to the plan, that's the person who always wins in the end. Thanks for joining us.